for Passover. Matzah is wonderful, matzah is fun. I like matzah, I eat it all the time. I eat it for my breakfast and I eat it for my lunch. If I had 100 matzahs, I'll eat them all at once. But what is matzah, everyone? Do we know what matzah is? You know, long time ago in the land of Egypt, when baby Moses, remember baby Moses? He grew and he grew and he grew, and he took his people out of Egypt. They didn't have time to make bread or challah. They didn't have time to use yeast, so they mixed flour and water, and they made a very crispy cracker like this one called matzah. So matzah is something you will find at a lot of Passover seders. Instead of eating bread, something that rises, at the Passover Seder, you can have matzah. And today, I'm going to show you how you guys at home can make your own matzah for your seders. Very easy, actually, and very few ingredients to use. But the one thing you should know about matzah is that you have to cook it really fast. By the time the water hits the flour, and by the time it's ready, only 18 minutes have to pass, no longer than that. So you have to work really hard, fast. So this is our ingredients. The first ingredient is flour. Now, before you start, you know, you have to wash everything and sanitize everything and keep everything kosher, boil utensils if you like, and keep everything clean for your matzah making. So, flour, if you want to use a tiny bit of salt, you can, but you know, you don't have to. And flour, in the flour, this is about, let's see, if you have like 3 cups of flour, you can have about 1 cup of water. And you can see when you make your matzah, if you need a little more water, you can use a little more water. And if you need a little more flour, you can use a little more flour. So here in this bowl, I have about 1 cup of flour. And in this cup of flour, I'm gonna add water. A little bit less than half a cup of water. So you mix it all together, really. You mix it all like this. And you mix it and you mix it and you mix it, and you form a dough. Oh, and that will be your matzah dough. There it is. Roll it, roll it, or roll it. And when it's thick like a dough, let me just pull it up, just like when we do our Play-Doh and we use our Play-Doh. You take your dough and you mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it a little on your hands, and you mix it. And now, and you can roll it just like when we roll our Play-Doh. There you go. You mix it and you roll it. Mine is a little bit sticky, so I'm gonna add a little more flour here on my cutting board. I don't know if you can see it. I tried to put it really high, but it doesn't seem to be working. So next, now that we have our dough ready, our flour and our water, we're gonna do something that we always like doing at preschool when we made our Hamantaschen cookies. Do you guys remember? We are going to roll it. So to roll your dough as thin as you can, you're gonna use one of these big rolling pins. Hold it and roll it. And you roll, and you roll, and you roll to make your matzah really, really thick. I might need a little more flour on mine. There you go. And you roll it, and you roll it fast, and make it really, really thin, just like that. I'm gonna show you a little bit. There. You keep rolling it as thin as you can. As thin as you can. And when your matzah is very, very thin like this, take a fork, everybody, and make lots of holes. You prickle it like this. Lots and lots of holes on your matzah. And I'm gonna show you what it will look like when it's nice and thin like that. Oh, got stuck a little bit. Okay, got it. So it's thin like this, or even as thin as you can get it, so it doesn't rise up. Make a matzah, pat, pat, pat. Do not make it fat, fat, fat. Make a matzah flat, flat, flat. Make a matzah just like that. And then you put it in parchment lined tray like this and bake it in a high oven. I use mine at about 400 to make my matzah, this one here. And then you bake it and you have crunchy matzah for your Passover Seder, just like this one. Now, you know, when it's Seder time, there is also a game that you can play with your matzah after the Passover Seder. And this game is called the Afikoman game. You can have an Afikoman pouch, and inside here, 3 pieces of matzah. Let's put 3 pieces of matzah goes inside your Afikoman cover, just like that. And then you hide the Afikoman somewhere in your house, and you can play a game by trying to find it and where it is. All right? Now, I have a story about that later, but first I'm going to show you who else is enjoying matzah. Let's see.